Hey there, welcome to LSAT Demon Daily. I'm Ben Olson. That's Nathan Fox. We're the founders of LSATdemon.com and our weekly podcast, Thinking LSAT. We have an email here from N.
Hi, team. I appreciate the advice you've given on waiting until your PTs tell you you're ready for the test. But how do I judge that? Oh, this episode might be timely, by the way, if this is coming out right before the December 24th, Christmas Eve registration deadline for the February LSAT.
Mm-hmm.
How do you judge if your practice tests tell you you're ready? We say all the time that you should just look at your practice tests and decide if you're ready. But
That's it.
N says, how do I know? You also advise not to focus too much on taking too many full-timed tests as they're more difficult to review. So if I'm taking around 4 full practice tests a month, how many scores should I expect to see in my range before I can be confident I can replicate these results on the next test I take? I've been studying for 5 weeks and have seen improvement from 156 to 173 over that time on full-length practice tests, but I only have 5 samples right now. At what number of PTs in my target range, which is over 166, should I be registering for the test? Thanks, N.
Okay, well, you can add to your practice test scores individual sections that you've taken, and you can combine them together to create practice tests.
Yeah, so don't fetishize full-length practice tests so much.
Mm-hmm.
Many people, when they prep, do very few full-length practice tests. It's hard to fit in a full practice test in a life of work and school and kids and, all your other obligations. But it's easy to fit in timed sections. And that's what I did. I mean, I did hardly any sit down and do a full test all at once. I did a section today, a section tomorrow, a section the next day. You can merge those sections together in the daemon and get another practice test score. What other advice do you have for N?
I would say, hey, look, you're doing 4 full practice tests in a month. I think 3 or more in your range is enough to get a sense of where you're at.
Yeah, and I mean, you have a 173 as one of those.
Mm-hmm.
If you legitimately are going to be happy with a 166 or a 167, 173 is pretty solidly above that. Now,
Yeah.
there's one thing though that N said, which
Mm-hmm.
indicates that N might not quite understand the probabilistic nature of our analysis. And N says, how many should I expect to see in my range before I can be confident I can replicate these results on the next test I take? And you're just not understanding that law schools only care about your highest score. You're going to get 5 cracks at it. You should not go into your first official test expecting that it will be your last. You should always have a backup. And then you should have a backup to your backup. And you should be playing the long game. So if I would think, I mean, the right student with the right mindset, I would say, sign up. You've already
Mm-hmm.
got a 173 on a full length practice test and you're going to be happy with a 166.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're a real good bet. Now, are you a guarantee? No. Can you score lower than 166? Yes. Do I care about that? No, because you've got scores above that 166 that are already in your range. And all you need is one of those, and you're going to be happy because law schools are going to forever consider you to be whatever the highest LSAT is that you got.
Yeah.
So because, the test's only offered 9 times a year, and the next opportunity to take it is not till February. So if I was N and it was sometime before Christmas Eve of 2024, and especially if I'm thinking like I want to go to law school I want to apply next fall.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you do have to start taking it officially at some point. But the student that I would not give permission to take the test is the one who says, "Oh no, I'm going to be one and done. I only want to take this thing one time."
Yeah.
If that's you, then no. Like you need like 4 in a row 170 or higher. And even then, you're still not a guarantee to score above 166. You're never going to be a guarantee to score above 166. But that's not what we're looking for. We're just looking for, is this a good bet or not? Right? Is it a positive expectation bet?
Mm-hmm.
And keep in mind that you get 5 trials. So, Ben, do you want to flip a coin? Heads, you get $10. Tails, you give me $5.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Are you guaranteed to win?
No.
No, you're not guaranteed to win. But when you win, you're going to win more than when you lose,
Yeah.
you lose when you lose. And that's what's going on, I think, with a student like
Wait.
N. It's like,
Yeah, but to take your analogy a little bit further, you have to say the numbers are drastically different, right? It's almost like if you lose $1.
well,
And if you win, you get 100.
and you get to play the game 5 times.
Yeah.
Like what if because you might not take that same bet if you were only allowed 1 trial and if the number was way higher,
Mm-hmm.
right? So let's say, what if it was like, heads, I give you 10 million,
Mm-hmm.
tails, you give me 5 million.
Or wait, why don't we just say 300,000 or
Sure.
250,000?
Law school. Sure. Yeah. I was trying to make it so that the number would really hurt you.
Yeah.
And I know that you're a middle-aged man, but still $300,000, that would hurt you. That's true. Okay. So would you play the game? See, I think you're going to say yes though. But if you only had if you had one flip,
Mhm.
heads, I give you 300 grand, tails, you give me 150 grand. And you can only do it once. See, I think you're less inclined to do it.
Yeah.
But if I were
The
to
aversion
say,
to loss. Yeah.
if I were to say you can keep flipping up to 5 times,
Yeah.
then I think you're going to say, yeah, I can do that. Now,
I
you
can do
could
that.
still lose all 5 times in a row and owe me $750,000. But you'd be making a positive expectation bet there.
Yeah.
Right. So I think N is already probably in a position where they are making
Mm.
a positive expectation bet.
Mhm.
So if you have this like expected value, probabilistic mindset, then I would say, yeah, take it, but plan on having backups.
Mhm.
Keep prepping for your backups, but start taking it officially as you continue to prep. Eventually, you're going to knock it out of the park and you'll be done. But you will never be confident that you will, in fact, replicate those results on any one trial.
Mhm.
Ben's not going to know. Every time the coin goes up in the air, could be heads, could be tails. We don't know.
Mhm.
But he can be confident enough to place the bet, especially if he gets to place that same bet 5 times.
Yeah.
Email daily@lsatdemon.com if you'd like to ask us a question or share some LSAT or law school admissions news. Thanks for listening.